Hey there, you beautiful marketers. Today we're going to talk about how to plan the perfect editorial calendar. My name's Owen Peel. Let's get into it. So, what is an editorial calendar? Our definition is that an editorial calendar is anything that you use to document what content you'll create and when it will be published. They may also include other important details like publishing times, project owners, content assets, and tags that help keep related pieces organized. Editorial calendars are usually created either with a spreadsheet, as you can see here, or an app like CoSchedule's marketing calendar, which we'll dive more into later. Editorial calendars have their roots in the journalism world, but they're also used by marketers, bloggers, and other content creators to keep their publishing schedule organized. So typically when people think of an editorial calendar, they might think articles or blog posts or other written content, but they can also be used to plan deadlines and workflows for video projects, email newsletters, social media posts, white papers, webinars. Basically anything you're creating, you can plan and organize on an editorial calendar. So, how are editorial calendars useful? This is all you care about, of course. Some folks pride themselves on being able to thrive under chaos and disorganization, but research shows that marketers who are organized are actually 397% more likely to be successful. It's a big number. I will note that statistic is from research we conducted internally back in 2019, but it's unlikely it has changed meaningfully at all. It makes sense. When you're organized, you're able to think clearly and strategically about what you're creating to ensure it's aligned with your goals. And when you have clear deadlines, things actually get done. In fact, there's a quote we love from Joe Paluzzi, who you may know as the founder of Content Marketing Institute and the author of some classic books on content marketing, where he says, and I quote, "If you don't keep an editorial calendar, the content doesn't get done." We definitely believe that's true here at CoSchedule. When you use an editorial calendar, you'll also be able to provide your team and organization with full visibility into what's getting done and when. Something that we hear from customers who use CoSchedule marketing calendar all the time is that they need something to help get everyone on the same page and to help show higher-ups what's being worked on and what's getting done. An editorial calendar is a simple solution that helps you achieve these goals. Ultimately, you'll be more successful. This all ties back to that statistic. You're 397% more likely to be successful if you're organized, and an editorial calendar is the perfect way to get organized. So, if you're sold on using an editorial calendar, which at this point, hopefully those benefits brought you there, you'll need to figure out how to create one. You have a few options. The easiest way to get started is with a spreadsheet, since they're free. Whether you use Google Sheets or Excel or a similar tool, these can require a lot of manual upkeep, and they don't offer a lot of automation or other capabilities, but they're simple and flexible, and they're definitely enough to get you started. Some people even prefer to keep a printed calendar, which can be another option if you really want to go old school. The best and most ideal option is dedicated software like CoSchedule's marketing calendar. It offers integrations with WordPress and social networks to automate publishing, connects with email service providers, and also includes workflow management features to control your entire editorial process. We won't spend too much time talking it up, but it's worth checking out and starting a trial or demo to learn more. So, once you've settled on a tool, you'll need content ideas. Now, ideation can be an involved process if you really get into it, but a simple way to start that worked for us at CoSchedule in the early days was to spend 10 minutes writing down as many ideas as we could as a team. Then, we'd spend another 10 minutes going over everyone's ideas, and we'd score them on a 3-point scale, with 3s being the best ideas, the 2s being okay but maybe needing a little more thought, and 1s being duds. We'd keep all the ideas anonymous to avoid favoritism, and then we'd take all the ideas that all or most of us agreed were 3s, and we'd add them to the calendar. That's just a really simple process that can help you get started just to fill out your content backlog quickly so you're not left staring at a blank backlog. That's the worst. To organize your backlog, you can again either use a spreadsheet, or if you're a CoSchedule marketing calendar or marketing suite customer, you can use the idea board for more advanced organization, visualization, and tagging capabilities. It's what our team uses, and we'd honestly never go back. I don't see how we'd be able to put out the kind of content that we do without making use of our marketing suite It's just a great tool, and it really helps us get a lot done around here. Now, you'll need to determine how often you plan to publish content. This will be dictated by a lot of different things like your available time and resources, how many people you have on your team, how long it takes to produce each piece, and so forth. You know yourself and your team better than us, but if you're stuck trying to establish a cadence for your editorial calendar, just start small. Sometimes looking at a blank calendar can be intimidating at first, but adding even one piece to your calendar is a great start, and you can grow from there. An important part of making the most of your calendar is planning your workflows. This essentially means mapping out the process for executing each type of content you create. This should include listing all the required steps and tasks, who is responsible for each one, how much time each step should take, and all the points where the project will be handed off between team members like writers, editors, designers, and so forth. This is essential for managing the content creation process and for accurately setting deadlines on your calendar that you can actually meet. Now, once you've done that, you can better know when to schedule content on your editorial calendar. So basically, once you have an idea of how long it's going to take you to do all these things, you can start planning out tasks. You can start building out your schedule for when you want to publish. Maybe it will take you a few days to write the post, a few days for your designers to go over it, and then 2 more for your editors to go over and make sure it looks right. So maybe you'd want to plan out a 2-week process for creating a post, and then you publish it at the end of those 2 weeks. Finally, you'll be able to publish more content more easily with more visibility across your team and drive more results. Those are just some of the great benefits that you'll get from using an editorial calendar. Honestly, the way I see it, it helps you ship more and ship better. So it doesn't get much better than that. The last thing we'll leave you with is a quick pitch for CoSchedule Marketing Calendar. It's really the ideal platform to see all your content in one place. It works really well. We have a lot of great integrations that you can use to keep everything straight, make sure you're publishing on time, all those sorts of things. You can share your progress, manage deadlines, workflows, automate publishing, and everything else you need from an editorial calendar and more. Like I said, really great tool. And finally, you'll be able to be more flexible when plans change within your marketing strategy. One thing I want to show you before I go, I have just set up this small little calendar here. So the idea is, let's say I'm shipping a newsletter. I have some tasks planned out, making newsletter copy, writing social messages. These are all within these larger projects. So here's the newsletter. I have a social campaign ready to roll for newsletter signups, trying to get people to subscribe. And I just plan that over about a week and a half. And by the end of that week and a half, we would be ready to ship. I have, this allows me to be able to show higher ups what I'm doing, when it's going to get done, and just plan everything, have it right in front of me so that when I come in for work for the day, it's ready to go and I can just jump right in and start making content. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you will use this to create your own editorial calendar. Thanks. Go ship it.